We are solving ISS 2022 paper 3 question number 6 B. Describe the purpose of double sampling and ratio method of estimation. Okay, so let's recall this. So in our in sampling theory, our objective is to estimate the population parameter y. So it could be y bar or something. So suppose the cost of taking sample on y is very high, okay, and there is some another variable, suppose it is x, and it is highly correlated with y. Okay, suppose x is highly correlated with y, so we call it as auxiliary variable, and taking sample on x is cheaper than y. Okay, so here comes the concept of double sampling. So what we do is that, suppose a population of size capital N, we take a sample of suppose n prime, and we calculate capital X bar from this sample. Okay, so it is cheaper, so it is, we can calculate it by less cost. And then we take, what we do is that we take a subsample from n prime, suppose we take n sample. Okay, then we calculate a small x bar from this and a small y bar from this. Okay, now we can use the ratio method of estimation so this is what is called as the double sampling. Okay, and we combine these three estimators and we give an estimate of the population parameter as y bar divided by x bar. So this is what this is the ratio estimator. Okay, so we are using double sampling and we are estimating using this estimating the population parameter y bar using the ratio estimator. Okay, so this is what is the concept of double sampling in ratio method of estimation. So this is the concept that we will be using to solve the second part of this question. So look at the question. So a sample of 15 orchards was selected from 200 orchards in the region to estimate the average yield of the apples in the region. Okay, so we want to estimate the average yield of the apples. Okay, so for that 15 orchards are selected from 200 orchards. So we have given the following information. So population is 200. Okay, 200 orchards, and we have selected a sample of 15 orchards. Okay, and in each of the selected 15 orchards, the average yield during the previous season was obtained. And okay, so now suppose a subsample of 8 orchards from 15 orchards, the average yield of apples in the session was recorded. Okay, so they are saying that in each of the 15 orchards, the average yield during the previous session was recorded, and then they take another sample of 8 orchards. Okay, so what they are saying that they take the sample of 15 from 200, and they further take the subsample of size 8, and they recorded the current year yield for this sample, and for this they have recorded the previous year yield. Okay, so suppose our previous year yield is auxiliary variable. Okay, and the current year yield is our steady variable y. So we can, so our previous session, suppose this is x variable. Okay, and this is our y variable, this is also x variable. So they are given the orchard number. Okay, now so estimate the average yield of the apples from the 200 orchards. Okay, so now we need to estimate the average yield. So how do we estimate? So basically this is a the double sampling in ratio estimation that we need to use this. So what we do is that, so we calculate, so from n prime we calculate capital X bar, and from the subsample we calculate small x bar and y bar. So we will do the same thing here and combine them, and further we will combine and calculate the ratio method of estimation. So from n prime calculate the previous year yield, which is the population mean of the auxiliary variable. So to do this, sum the second row and the last row and divide it by 15. So sum the first row and the second row and divided by 15. So you will be getting capital X bar as this. Now simply calculate for n is equal to 8, small x bar and y bar. So this is our x for n equal to for 8 orchards. This is the x variable, this is the y variable, which is the current yield. So sum this and divide it by 8, so we will getting small x bar, and sum the present year yield, this row, and divide it by 8, then we will getting small y bar. So in the same way, calculate small x bar and y bar, and now put these values into this formula. So this is the formula for the ratio method of estimation, the double sampling. Now put the values of this and solve it, then you will getting ratio method estimation and the double sampling is this. So this is the average yield of the 200 orchards. Okay, so this is what we need to find.